back. This is May 18th. This is a tiny race Saturday morning. I did this one at 5 o'clock in the morning. This is this is something I do for personal enjoyment. This is Thursday. These go up on Thursdays. I know they don't get a lot of views of the tiny races, but hey, I enjoy them myself. So I want y'all to enjoy these with me. Hey, I know they don't get that many views like the stage races do, but everybody's really into the stage races. But with that being said, I want to thank all my subscribers. I want to thank everybody who watched my videos. Hey, leave likes and comments, man. I really love those, man. And I'm trying to get my videos up to 100 likes. So if you can help me do that, I've never gotten one up that high. That'll be greatly appreciated. With that being said, these are kind of a long video because I do put up all the races. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into these races. So we're at the first one and we're off. And as we take off on this is a tiny race. This is a short one. It's not long at all. And from the video, I did not know how long this race actually was. If you look up in the top of my screen, I looked at the race and I'm like, okay, cool, but I don't actually know how long the race is. I have no clue. So right now, I'm just kind of, I got an idea what the race is, but it's the Glasgow, and I think it's Glasgow reverse on this one. No, it's the regular Glasgow. And in my head, I was like, man, I know the race, but I kind of want to have an idea of where I'm at on this race. That's what I was thinking in my head. And so as we're riding, I'm looking at this thing and I'm going, okay, cool. I know it's only gonna be about 2 laps. It's not gonna be 2 hard laps, so it should be fine with me. And so as we're heading through this upright, I'm thinking to myself, okay, cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attack this race all at the end of the race. Now these things are kind of long. They're not super long races. It's just the idea that the C-class racers are at their top peak at this first race. So I'm trying to use the tricks that I did to win one of these in C, but it's really hard. Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's really hard on this one. So I come around here, I use my power to get up the hill to stick with everybody so nobody leaves me at the top of this hill. We come around this corner. Now my whole goal is I want to come down on that second lap. When we come down the hill, I want to come down hill full bore. I want to come down the hill flying. So as we come around here, I'm looking at, okay, cool, I want to keep over to everybody and come down to the bottom. I really want to get to 50 kilometers right there. And that way allows me to get to the top of the hill at over 32 kilometers. As we get up there, we get it up at 32, right at 33 kilometers. And then we come down and it allows me to get up to about 60 kilometers coming down this hill. And right there, I got to 58. I think I might have got up to 60. Nope, 58 was the max on that. So what I do, I use that speed to coach me through the next round to the next, lead me around to the end of the race, getting ready to go into the next round. So right here, we come around this race. I forgot what power-ups we had on this one, but they wasn't really great power-ups. I think we got 4 drafts on here. And I really could have used Arrow. Arrow would have really pulled it off. And I think I hit the draft at the wrong point. But if you've seen Tuesday's race, you'll understand what I'm talking about with the draft. Because I've come up with a new way to use it. And I want to thank Rough Rider for that. I'll put it into my other comments on the other video. So as we come around here, I'm riding, I'm in the pack, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come around on the end of this race, and I'm going to follow up with everybody behind me. So I'm riding, and I'm looking down, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, cool, right here is where I'm gonna take off, and I'm gonna try to get a little speed to get up this hill. You see, I'm at 49 kilometers. So what I'm trying to do is get to it with about 50 on me, and I get there with 48. Now I want to get to the top of this hill above 30. And I did. I barely got up there, but I got up above 30. Now I know this is the final lap. So as we come around, I'm looking at the percentage, but I don't have the numbers up there in the gauge telling me on the map, telling me, hey, you got 1,000 meters left. I don't have none of those numbers. So as we ride around this lap, I'm thinking to myself, man, I got to get up this hill right here. I want to get up this hill above 34. And I got up there at 35. Now what I'm trying to do, we're at the end of the race. I got to slow down. I'm trying to get enough up so that I get to the bottom of this hill at 60. And wham, I got right up under it. So I'm thinking, okay, this next drop should get me there. And it got me. I barely didn't get it. And that what kind of got me messed up on here. Because if I could have got 60, it would have gave me a lot more room to play with. And so as we come around here, I'm in front. But I'm not in front by much. I'm maybe 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds ahead, which is not a lot with a lot of these C riders. So as we come around here, plus I'm starting to run out of energy. Them little hills took enough out of me, just enough out of me to make me just tired of it. You see, I'm leading the race at the end. When we come around here to turn, this last turn down here, I'm trying to put it in, but they come past. You see how fast they come past me? I'm doing 45. He passed me like I was standing still. We come up on this last turn, and I'm thinking, man, maybe I could pull it off. At least come in the top 10. I'm putting in power, and they pass me like I'm standing still. I just like, boy, sometimes it can be a little deflating. I'm gonna be honest with you. I came in 15th, 16th on that one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get ready for the next one. Let's get over into the next one. Now, back for this next one, I did have the meter tell me what to do, and I followed this race pretty good. This is another decent race that I had to race. I wish I could have came in about the top 3 on that first one. That way, I figured there was 2 races that I could probably pull off and get a decent position in, and that was the first 2 races. Now, this second one is a race that I raced a lot, so let's get into this one. You'll understand what I'm talking about when I said these first 2 races were my only really great chance of placing. So let's get into this race. And we're off. And as we take off, the one thing that happened on that first race that you saw that I came in, I got a green jersey. I don't know why. Maybe somebody can put it in the comments, but I ended up with a green jersey, which was really surprising to me. I did not expect that. I really didn't, y'all. I didn't expect the green jersey, y'all. So that really surprised me. So we get on this race, and you can see we're riding pretty good. What I'm doing here, since I know what this race is and I know what this race is going to end at, in my head, I'm going, okay, cool. What we're going to do is we just going to kind of try to stick with the pack on here. Now, I know that it's going to get up here, and if it made a slight left, I knew where it was going, but I figured it was going to make a slight right. And I mean, I figured if it made a right, I would have known where it was going. But when it made this left up here, I had an idea where this race was going because it almost matched up to what we ran last week. So that's what I was thinking in my head. This match is pretty much up to what we ran last week. So that's what I was thinking. So in my mind, I was like, okay, cool. All I got to do is just stay close to Pat. Now, the good thing was on my map, if you look at the top of the map, you see the countdown going. And it's going down pretty good. And that really helped me out a lot. Now, I was kind of a little scared of this race. I'm not going to lie, man. I was a little scared of this race. And I was like, man, I wonder. And I kept wondering about this, but you can see, I was like standing packed, and I was like, okay, cool. What I'm gonna try to do is pedal up with them up this hill. Now I powered into this hill. You notice that I powered in the hill. What I'm doing is powering over the other side of this hill because I know this is not a long race. You see it, it's already down to 3.6 kilometers left in this race. So I come down this back half of this hill, and I just power into the ride. I try to catch up to everybody, and I'm just trying to let my speed and my weight do the work for me right here. So I do that, but look at my heart rate, it's up. Because these tiny races, you really don't get a long break, and they're really hard and fast races, so my heart rate stays up a little bit higher than normal on here. But man, I tell you what, I was like, man, if it wasn't for this, I'm gonna be honest, man, sometimes these tiny races, you just do them because they just leg breakers. But I'm finding that a lot of people don't really like the tiny races, or they do watch them, but I don't think they really like them as much. Hey, leave in the comments if you do. If you do, I'm gonna keep doing them. With these today, because of my time restraints today, I'm gonna post this one and I'm gonna post the next one, but I'm only posting 3 this week because the last one was just, I came in dead last. It was a mountain climb, and I came in dead last. And so that's how I decided that I was gonna do the first 3 because the last one was just, I'm just being honest, it was an uphill climb. It was only like 1.5 miles, 2 miles, but it was just a bone crushing of a race, man. It truly was. It was nothing else I can really do with that race. So as we coming around, I know where the race is gonna end at. So that's what's in my head. I know what's going on in this race. So when we make this turn right here, my goal was just to kind of stay close to the pack. They stay right up front on this pack. I knew people were gonna start walking me down. So we had 1,000 meters now. We come down through the 1,000 meters. You can see I'm riding pretty good, and I got my green jersey on, which I'm kind of surprised that I got it on that race. But hey, somebody let me know why did I get that green jersey? Because I know I didn't win it, so in my head I shouldn't have got it. But hey, it must have been a reason I got it. I don't remember why. So if somebody can update me on that, that'd be greatly appreciated. So as you can see, we're coming around on this next lap, and I look up and I think to myself, okay, cool. What I need to do is just kind of stay close to this front pack. And I look, we're at 500 meters. And I know that if I can get out and get a good run on here, I can make it. Now we got arrow on here, so I'm hitting the arrow soon to get me out of front, and I'm putting in the power. Now there was a 12-year-old in here, man. He was putting it down. I am not even gonna lie. That little kid put it down, man, and he was just wearing us out. So I get around here and I see the final flag and I'm trying to put it in, and bam, I come through that line, man. I'm happy with that results. So with that being said, what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and put this last one up. This was a bone crushing of a race, man. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I didn't think that this race was gonna be what it is. I didn't realize how bad this race was gonna be for me, but I'm gonna let y'all see this race. And then that's gonna be it for this week on these tiny races. The last race, like I say, I came in dead last with the mountain climbing. You know what's gonna do with season a mountain climb. So with that being said, what we're gonna do now is get off in this race and we're off. And as we take off, we get it going on this race. And I'm laughing because I knew the first two was gonna be a kind of race that I could defend, kind of race. And I was thinking that this Castle Cringe, I hadn't ran it before. I don't think I've ever ran this before. So in my head, when I saw Cringe, I automatically thought about the Cringe races that I normally race, the Neo Night Cringe, the Glasgow Cringe, the Dolphin Cringes, all those Cringes are not like this Castle Cringe, man. This Castle Cringe is a beast. And I did not realize what this one was. I'm only putting this one up because y'all can understand when I talk about when I'm racing C, hills are the big factor in this race where I get beat, but not because of everything else, because I'm speaking, it's my weight plays a huge factor. And I'm trying to put all the power I can, but it doesn't matter. At 500 watts, and look at my numbers, they falling like I'm going up a 90-foot climb. And these things are steep. They get up to about 8, they get up to 8%. 8% is just hard for me. That's massively hard. You see people passing me now, and I'm just looking at it like, whoa. And then another thing about this Cringe race is that in my Zwift, with the sauce, if you look at the map, it gives me no clue how long this race is. I see the percentage up there at the top, but as far as how much I have left, I have no clue. So first of all, I have no clue what's left. Next of all, I don't understand that this Castle Cringe is a mountain climb race. I did not realize that. So I'm riding this race, man, and I'm just like, please let this race end. I'm looking at the top going, 1.9. I'm going, okay, is this thing like 2? And I'm thinking this thing must be like 4 miles long. I'm looking at it and we're 40% in. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, cool. Once we get around in this first lap, we got second lap. I think I saw this thing say 1 lap. And I was thinking to myself, okay, cool, I can get this. And we're at 50%. I'm thinking once we get to a downhill, I'm thinking this thing gonna end on a downhill. That's what I'm thinking. We do all this climbing, we gonna end on a downhill. It's gonna give me an opportunity to catch up to everyone. So that's what I'm thinking in my head. So right here, I'm looking at the map. I'm thinking to myself, we at the top of this thing. We finna go downhill. Look at the map. I'm thinking we finna go downhill, and that's gonna be it. We're gonna get down to the bottom of the hill, and that's gonna be race. So now what I need to do is get my power up, get my fitness, get my heart rate up. I mean, not my heart rate, but my pedal up, and let's get some speed going down this hill. That's why I see the mountain. You look at the mountain, there it is. I'm coming down, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm at 26. Let's start walking these people down. I'm at, okay, bam, I got them. I'm at 24. How many more can I walk? Can I get close? In my head, I'm thinking to myself, can I get close enough to the top 20? So I'm at 24, and you look at my speed. I'm 64, 65, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, cool. This is not gonna be that bad. And then I know we're climbing again. I'm like, well, hold on. We climbing back up again? And I'm thinking Cringe races, I thought they ended on flats and stuff. And this Castle race, y'all, I'm just gonna be honest, this thing whooped my butt, man. When I say it whooped my butt, man, I was just like, man, you know what? I don't like these races. I absolutely hate these. I don't never want to do a Cringe race now. If y'all like my content and y'all like these races, let me know. I'll keep posting them. Without that, I think I'm gonna stick mostly with posting stage races because I post a stage race. I post this race Thursday and I post a stage race Friday, and the stage race dwarfs this one. So I don't know. I like doing them. I may still doing them, but I can do 2 or 3 stage races on a Saturday instead of doing this one right here, where it kills me for a whole hour. At least I can race in between, rest in between the stage races. So leave in the comments if y'all want me to do the stage races. If that's what y'all want, that's what I would stick with. With that being said, I want to thank y'all for liking and subscribing to my content, and have a great week. Rest of the week, heading into the weekend. Right on.